You're live on INI Radio, Chipley the performer. And we're gonna call a selector, you know, man. We're gonna call a sound man. Yes, so we're gonna call a sound man. Man, we'll give him a call, you know. Yeah, man. So, turn on this a bit, eh? I don't like tell nobody who me a call before them get on the line still, you see me? So, we'll see who we are call today.
Greetings.
Go on, Danger Marcus. Yes, people, so we are talking to the original Danger Marcus, you know, from South Florida. We want to learn about his story and learn about, you know, him journey along the way, you know what I mean? You see me, I say, so big up yourself, Marcus. What go on, man? What go on,
Lita far right, but when the Lita far right name a Chipley me, you know,
a Chipley, you know,
so don't feel no way if we kind of chime in from time to time and say yes Chipley or no.
Nah, man, a Chipley, I know again, man. Everybody a Chipley, I say, a Chipley, never say again, man.
We're going to respect the changes. We're going to respect the changes because we know that the later far right have gone a long time still as well.
Yeah, man. But most right now that the Chipley is the journey right now. You see me I say?
Okay.
So is actually a return a Chipley right now. So even with the radio program is Chipley the performer, everybody know it as. You see me I say? So
that's
Chipley
about.
the name. So no feel no way if you say Chip or you say Lee or you say yeah. No wrong. You see me? Yeah, man. See.
Yes, man.
So Marcus, you know,
yes,
we've crossed paths many times. You know what I say? We see each other growing up from teenage days. But I don't know your story. When you get I want to go back to when you started in the music. When was that?
Well, oh boy, yeah. That's a long time there, brah.
Yeah. So
well, all right. You know what? All right. There are things that you personally don't know that okay, on your platform, I'm going to share it with you.
Wonderful.
You know, all right, I'm going to share it with you because other than being in the DJ world as a DJ, as a selector, which I was, you know, doing from a long time as well.
Yeah.
I was also an artist.
Mad.
I was also an artist.
So what kind of artist? Like painting artist or drawing artist or artist?
No. Musical artist.
So you sing or DJ? He's a DJ. What was the DJ name? What was the name?
The DJ name was Marcus Dandy.
Because
and I was in New York, Queens.
So say that name there again. Say the name again for all the people who are listening. Say it again.
Marcus Dandy.
New York, Queens. Oh my God.
New York, Queens. I was only like 16. I started when I was like 16, 17.
Mad.
And you know what? In those times I was selecting as well. I was selecting, but I didn't take the selecting as serious because, you know, back in them days when you're a teenager, it's very expensive to kind of like to keep up.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, back in those days, in the early 90s, it's strictly vinyl. So, you know, we didn't need the CD yet.
Yeah.
You know, so you know that you know the story that back in them days when you try to keep up with vinyls, like what was it? I think it was like $7 for a 7-inch.
7-inch, yeah. It was more, it's costly. It's very costly.
Yeah, and
that's a part of the reason why I want the people to know the journey because we want people for city investments as well. You know, I say through the years. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And those was in high school days. So, you know, to say you're gonna be a selector with no help as a teenager, it's like, you know, you have to take it at your own risk. You know, because like, for example, like when you're in the teenage years, even if you have like a little part-time job, paying you a small amount a week time, and you say you want to kind of live off of that and say you want to be a DJ, which you have to be up to date with everything. It was costly.
Yeah.
You know, financial was so.
Yeah, but see about your lunch money and everything. Them days.
Exactly.
But
we do it still enough.
Yeah, we do it enough.
We do it enough because sometimes when you have to calculate it out and say, okay,
yeah.
all right, I work only 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
and you collect your little gungo a week time, and taxes come out tight. So a little bit less than $100. You calculate to say, okay, we want this for school, and this you have a record, and the amount for the record is always more than what comes out to anything else. We made that much sacrifice in those days as a teenagers, because it's just like you have to have it.
Yes,
rhythm come out. Rhythm come out. You can't have 245 off of the rhythm, and it's.
Hey, me used to do it, you know. Me used to do my two rhythm. Me used to get the bad one them with me like, and the man them would have said the record vex, you know, cause them would have said, oh, the next man them buy the whole rhythm and you just come in and buy two after.
I buy two, but it might take you a while to get the compilation.
Yeah.
It might take you a while. Worse if it's a rhythm where it takes a while to go out for album, cause you have sometime, you know who used to do that a lot. Dave Kelly used to do that a lot.
Yeah, come out with like even Pepper Seed. Yeah. I remember that.
Put out couple and then he put out the album like a
me remember when the Buju come up on the Pepper Seed. You remember no man I look you about in the race and them do like a little wheelie night. That one they mad because the whole rhythm was out already and then him drop the Buju and the whole place go crazy. Me remember I borrow money to get that the 12 inch. Because I never have no money. At school me see me.
You see, so that's the journey. All right. I mean, even say that even going back that far. In our musical journey.
Mad.
We educating the youth them nowadays to kind of give them a little sight of what we had to do back then to keep a momentum. Yeah. Because we want to keep up and we didn't want to give up.
Yes.
Because even in my days of me still buying a record, that's before I became an artist. When I became an artist, I still was kind of buying little record here and there, So with the artist thing now, we kind of have to give them the DJ thing a little break.
So about how long you da say you da do the DJing thing now? Like how much years in a Queens now?
The artist?
Yeah, the artist part of things.
I would say I gave it probably like a good 2 years. A good
So people did that take you serious? Like you?
Yes, man. Man, I had a song on the Diseases rhythm that take off.
Yeah.
I had two songs. Matter of fact, I had two songs on the Diseases rhythm, and I had two songs on the Sick rhythm. The entire Sick rhythm did not go on, and I even made it as far as Bobby Candace and Jabba show. They used to have a show in New York every Sunday from 6 to 7. It was 1 hour on the big station, 1 hour. Yeah. And I got multiple interviews on Bobby Candace and Jabba show.
Well, it's a whole culture. For me, I never really exposed to the New York scene, but I've always been infatuated with it. Where like how we'll be infatuated with Jamaica scene when you're there Florida. Like it's as big as that, you know what I mean? I think the three staples I would have to say is Jamaica. Obviously London have a staple as well, but New York would have to be, as far as the way that I would look at it as a youth, and then like South Florida scene. But New York was always a massive scene for the whole dancehall fraternity. You know what I mean?
Yes, it is, and still is.
Still is, yeah. Yes.
Like right now, between to my journey, right? If I would run into Bobby Candace or Jabba right now, they're not going to call me Deja Marcus. They're going to call me Marcus Dandy.
You see that? It's the same thing like the Lita Far right thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so people know you as that. That's wild. Yeah, that's wild, bro. Yeah, I love that.
And this is because, at the time, I took it serious within those 2 years. But as an artist in New York, it takes a lot of discipline. If you don't really have the patience, then it's gonna be challenging.
Yeah.
it's gonna be challenging at those times.
No, people don't realize, you say, even because I took a launch out too, as you know, we're talking about it too as well. I took a launch out as an artist, and I can tell people this, man. I tip my hat to the artist, the singer and the songwriter, because the patience that it takes, right? You see, as a selector, you can jump around, you can get a one show over this, and get two little house party, and get a wedding, and get so you can always keep kind of playing. You keep playing, and you can actually make an income steadily and make money out of the thing. But as an artist, if you're not a big name artist, right, it's really a journey. And I tip my hat to the artists out there, and even the ones out there that are right now that in that phase that you're talking about. You see me I say? And we're speaking about right now that is currently in that situation. We want to motivate them and tell them, keep on. That's the name of the program, is keep on playing. Keep on developing your craft and keep on finding your niche. You know what I mean? Because it's very important for the whole, the music fraternity for us to keep on staying motivated, because it's not always easy. But it's when I started to be an artist is when I realized how much the journey of an artist. You see all the glimmer and the glamour.
Trust me, back in the days when I was an artist, I can't forget. Even though I was from Queens, I used to linger in Brooklyn at times, go to Don Juan studio, the Vice. Don't play it.
Mad.
I remember running into artists like Sluggy and the Brooklyn artists, them, and I can't forget when I ran into Chuck Fender.
Yeah.
Cause
him come from New York to originally.
Yeah, Chuck Fender, yeah. I can't forget one time. I reason with Chuck Fender and then him just get the shoot them out when we're talking.
Yeah.
And they locked down the place. I used to just go there like people used to want dubplate from me, so that's where we used to go Vice dubplate at Don Juan studio.
Yeah.
So I remember one time I reason
so
with
Don Juan studio now educate with that day in Brooklyn, you say?
Yeah, that's in Brooklyn.
Okay,
yeah, that's like
a movie. Me I watch, I know.
Yes, man, you
know about them thing. They teach me.
Oh God, you know them say I'm Steely Blashment at the big clock. Well, that one is like the anchor Brooklyn. Like
wow.
When you say Brooklyn, I like so like Addies at Brooklyn. You talk about Dan One studio where everybody used to go to Dan One. Everybody.
See.
So I run into Chuck Fender. And the reason with him, and as a little artist, I try my thing, and
that sounds like an accident. You just said that. We used to run into Chuck Fender. Go ahead.
Him say, yo, listen, in order to get that break, then you have to live at Jamaica, youth.
Yeah.
So, as I look to you to reside from in America from Jamaica as a teenager, and then the thoughts of going back, within the same teenage years.
Yeah.
To me at the time, I'm just talking on behalf of me.
Yeah.
To me at the time, it was looking like going backwards to me. But then again, it's like artist life is a little different, because you try to go back to the bus, and it worked for some.
This is a very valid point you touch right here, because I remember that feeling of not feeling like your thing is valid enough, because you're a Jamaican, but you're there in America then, and you're representing as a Jamaican style art. Obviously, a Jamaican say it's a Jamaican style artist, so it's like you get more credibility to your name if you're coming out of Jamaica, right?
Yes. But luckily at the time, even though I got that speech, I had when I'm bridging that was managing me at the time, Kiapo, Spengai Music, big up yourself. Him that tell me, say, yo, you don't really have to do that. But if you want, I could like take you back and forth so you can get the culture. And I remember one time I went back to Jamaica for 2 weeks. In the 2 weeks, back in them time, you used to have things that still are going. You used to have all the hot Kingston club, them still did go on, like the Oster Leo and the
mad. So you get some of that.
And I went to every club in 2 weeks. I went to every club and remember now, granted, I'm a countryman, I'm from Clarendon.
Yeah.
So I came to the States when I was 15. A young tender age, and I got the break as an artist when I was 18, between 17 and 18. So do the math for say, within that 3-year break for go back to Jamaica, go live. It kind of was a little bit kind of like somewhat. Let me just spell it out. It was scary to me. Because I did my high school years in New York, but then for say me I go back to Jamaica just to go be an artist, it was kind of scary to me. So
yeah,
the whole thought of going back, I was somewhat against it, And then I had my manager at the time say, "Yo, you don't really have to do that. You can do what you do right here in New York, and go and do your thing."
Yeah, cause New York is really that are really a wonderful place for anything. Them say if you make it there, you make it anywhere. So
yes, man. I was getting my buzz, but you know what kind of get me off task.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna spell it out, and a lot of people might hear this and kind of know, why the transition from an artist to a selector kind of went the way it went back then, leading up to now. Even though I was an artist, I didn't fully gave up the selecting world. So it became confusing because I'm in love with both.
Yeah.
And back then, all right, nowadays, an artist / selector is easier now with the whole social network, and you can keep up. You can like channel it a little bit better now than back then. Back then, it was kind of like it's either one or the other.
It's one or the other. Yeah.
Me,
people mind wasn't as open as it is now. To you're one thing. I just was talking about that most recently. That people, especially back in those days, people would them keep you in one thing. That's what you are, and it's hard. Especially if you're really good. Especially if you're like really good. Like we had what kind of selecting thing you take up on your bad artist. Yeah. So you get that. Yeah. The same thing I went through it, bro. I went through it when I started doing Rita Farr. Right? People say I'm gone mad. You talk about you're the body selector and about your right song. Yeah, man. We get it, man. So we relate. That's why I like them conversation here, cause we relate in many ways, Bridget.
People don't take it serious. People did not take me serious because it's like, when if I would have totally just dropped the selecting, I say yo mute and say yo just DJ.
Yeah.
My chances of making it big would have been like really, really open, because I already made it to the big platforms. I already made it on a Bobby Candace and Jabba show on
that's
Sundays,
big time, yeah.
Which a lot of local artists like that was in my league, they didn't even make it that far.
Yeah. So people were taking you on that like a serious level.
I was on that serious level. So, I was voicing dub plays for like big sounds, When we see how like big Soul Supreme come and be like, yo, give me 4 shows. I mean, I voice big dub play for some big sound in Brooklyn. Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm making it, But to be honest with you, man, I start getting confused because I started messing with the music, with the DJ world, and
the selecting world you're talking about now.
Yeah, the selecting world.
So I know. Me not, like I want to make this transition, because I want the people to know. Again, we're speaking with Danger Marcus right now, original selector, Danger Zone, original selector right now. So what would you say is the thing that you said that you could take away from transitioning from an artist into being a selector? What was the benefits of, what could you use from the craft of artistry that helped you to have a strategy or have an edge as a selector?
You talking no? Or back then?
Back then, like remember, you make the transition. So what were the things that were pluses to have?
Okay, the good thing about it back then, answering this question, is that I was already in it. So it literally wasn't a transition. It was just a like picking up the pieces, because I was already doing it before I take up artist world. I was already in the selecting world, and I was doing like little cutout school party. I was doing like little teenage party and stuff like that. So I was already in it.
Man.
So when I went into the artist world and put on the selecting, and decide to go back to the selecting, it wasn't really a transition. It was, as I said, it was just picking up kind of where you left off.
Mad. See.
You know,
So because you remember you're already in the selecting world. So
yes. Did I get those talks? Did I get those Did I get crucified by some people? Oh yes, I got it big time. Like, what y'all do? You.
But it must when you're performing now as a selector now, right? It must have helped you a little bit being an artist to control yourself on the microphone and crowd control and these things. Right?
Most definitely.
Yes.
All right. You want me give you a story?
Yeah, man.
A little story like a Michael Jackson interview. All right. You see, shy. You see, shy and nervous. I want my biggest thing. Like, me shy and nervous back then. But,
see.
But it's weird. It's weird when me I go use the word shy and nervous. Like, I'm shy and nervous to do it. But you see, when Mr. Crowd, the shy and the nervous went away immediately. How can I describe that? There's no other way I could describe it other than just tell it like it is.
No, Bridget.
When I say crowd,
you talk a good thing. You talk a very tangible thing, Bridget. That is a very, very wonderful thing that you're saying. Because no people don't understand that you get there's a nervousness that comes with it, and that is good because that's what keep you grounded. Me love them conversation you're bridging, because enough people think like people see and them see a step out and them think say you oh my God, you're so them don't realize that there's actual nervousness.
You think as a DJ, as a selector DJ, and as a hold on 1 second, I'll be right back.
No problem.
All right, even as a DJ, as a selector, seeing dealing with crowd is one of the hardest thing to do, where some people would understand. Bridging, you have some people with throw up, vomit before you go up on stage, vomit like that on stage, and even vomit because of being so nervous. Because sometimes you don't know the amount of people that you're gonna perform in front of. You know, but the difference with me, when I see the people them know, that's when, like, for some strange reason, the nervousness go away. I get the nervousness before I get on stage, and the nervousness will go away. You know, and that's how I was able to balance.
Yes, man.
Even a lot of times when I was in Florida performing, you know, we was lucky to get a lot of big events where, you know, hundreds of people, and you know, right before the dance or the show, you know, I get shy. I get nervous.
So when you see the crowd is when you transform.
It's like when all right, not even when it's like let me fast forward it. When I touch the talkaphone.
Yeah, that's when Danger Marcus get dangerous.
Yes, that's when everything get dangerous.
So how deep did you go in, and what sound did you play in New York? What sound were you playing?
In New York, I found a little sound. I came up with the name myself. I was playing a little sound named Unico.
Okay. So a house party thing really them days there.
Yes, more house party. But no, not really house party, man, because we was not as big as some of them sound that we have spent thousands of dollars and don't play. We was cutting like we little local artists, and that's when me did exercise my artist skills when having my little song, because me used to voice myself and don't play.
Okay.
So it's like I was my own buju. I was my own I was my own ninja man. I was my own shabba. Me vice me one I dub them for my sound.
See,
So,
see,
so,
see,
so,
see.
so, so when we are clash little era sound, me a clash other sound with my dub. And it's so funny. We were so silly back then. I was voicing dubs for the sound that I'm clashing back then, for the little era sound. So them a play Marcus Dandy for me, and me a play Marcus Dandy for
Mad,
them.
mad,
That's
mad.
so silly it was,
And you know,
dog.
some always say to people, say, in order to be a good artist, you have to be a good selector. I believe so. I believe
Yes.
all good artists are good selectors and pure bred lovers of music, lovers of records. So
Mhm.
I think in order to be versatile as an artist, you have to understand different artists and what they did and appreciate it. So in order to be a good artist,
Exactly.
you have to be a good selector, as far as I'm concerned. That's how I
Exactly.
look at it.
And how I used to be ranked and rated even when I was in the artist world, because I don't want to confuse this conversation. So I have to label everything when me I say like back in when I'm like fresh in my artist world, and like I will go in certain studios to vice dub plate,
Yeah.
and me I mix down the rhythm. I'm
Mad,
mixing them like the secret rhythm or the puna on the rhythm. I was
mad, mad, mad.
all right. Let me give the people my little history. I mean, no say you're gonna know this. Remember Sata Blue Studio?
Sata Blue, yeah,
For,
man. Them
you
play
remember
from
Sata Blue?
when my youth used to go on there. So
Well, I don't know.
big
Well,
up
I don't know. We
Sata
don't,
Blue to
we don't
yeah,
get to
man.
say it. We don't get to say it in that conversation. Yet.
Well, hey,
We
Marcus, here
start
what we're gonna
speed
do.
it
Hold
up.
on there. Stick up in, right? What we're gonna do,
Mm-hmm.
we'll take a break.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna hang up the call and I'm gonna call you back, okay? After the break, okay? So we're gonna
All
take
right,
a
no
break
problem.
now because it's time for a little commercial, and then we're talking to Danger Marcus, original selector, scene. So in a bit
All
we're
right.
gonna reach back out to you, all right? Bless up yourself.
Manners, manners.
Now war with you. Now war with you again. Yeah, so I call forward Danger Marcus. We give him a call forward, yeah. On the other side of the break, yeah, man.
Great,
Bless up yourself. Yes,
greatest,
Marcus.
greatest.
So Marcus now. We'll leave off like a while Sata Blue,
No,
say
you
them
start
on
up,
riches.
yeah. Yeah, because we are fast forward and slow down
Yeah,
and fast
I
forward.
know
But we
a
kind of fast
reasoning,
forward a
a
little bit.
reasoning, man, a reasoning.
Yeah.
So everything
So
good.
as I say, when I used to do my little dub plate, the sound owner them used to always love when me mix it down because they know say me can mix.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when I can't forget going into Sata Blue Studio. That's when we start playing the sound of Florida. But when I start talk about that yet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, Remember Sata Blue used to have a little knob, a little
Oh
thing where
mighty God, man, you
remember the little thing that you remember the little thing, the
oh
little
Lord
knob
have
where you mix
mercy,
down.
man. You
Oh,
bring back some memories. So what you are talking about now is a little knob where you used to like when
we
you do like
mix,
them.
yeah.
We
The
are
little
one
one
shot,
drop
one shot,
mix.
yeah, yeah, one, yeah, yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
Bridget,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that made it
Sata
right,
knows some.
yeah,
Sata knows some a bad bandit in a Bridget. Sata
man,
knows Sata we have. Cause
man,
sometimes I even go there with my program,
yeah,
and I'm mixing up other people program because Sata Blue even call me in the studio and be like, Marcus.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know what
You
Sata
sound
Blue
like him
thought.
too.
Marcus,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
mix down the one.
yeah,
Come mix down the one with him
yes,
for me now.
man, yes, man.
Get up on the rhythm, boy. Get
Man,
up on the
man,
rhythm.
man, 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 man. Yeah,
Oh
yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah.
So it's like back then I used to always dream of being a studio engineer too, but I never take it up as serious back then as well because I was looking at it like, you know, I think I slow my own self down because I was looking at it like I'm trying to do too much at the same time at a tender age. You know, I try to figure out life as well and all them little things. But I shouldn't have because if I would have known then
Mhm.
what I know now, remember back in them days, all regular DJ Khaled a come a voice dub when artists them come. So we there on DJ Khaled then like just regular sound man. Remember back them days of DJ Khaled a regular sound man.
Yeah,
DJ
sound man.
Khaled a cut.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled a come cut dub plate Ivan with us. And let me say Ivan because you know we used to voice the dub at Sata Blue and then we go cut it at Ivan down by
Newton Square.
Newton Square.
Yeah, forget the clean cut. Yeah.
We forget the clean cut.
Yeah.
You see what I say? For me now, back then, as I say, I farm a little song called Unicorn. And when I was working on Unicorn, it was me and one of my brethren named Ronnie. He's now him named Bally Links on a song called City Links right now in Florida. And me and him used to own the sound. So it's like when I say I'm gonna take up the artist world, the artist thing now, I gave the sound to one of my brethren. We was both working at a store in New York.
Okay.
Guyanese brethren named saying him we give him the sound. Because back in the time, they used to love the sound, and he wasn't even a part of my team.
Okay,
and
so may I try to visualize this? So you before the artist thing, you formed that sound.
Like when me I take off, me I take off in the artist world.
Yeah.
I say okay, you know. I'm gonna put on the sound,
put on the
sound thing.
Yeah.
I just gave it to my friend. I just gave the name to my friend,
Man.
Dexter Prince, and him and him brother. Them just take it up serious, you know. R.I.P. to him brother, Lipton. R.I.P. to Lipton. He passed away a couple of years ago. So I give it to Dexter Prince, and he was like, man, I'm gonna do something with it. And I know Unicorn is a big sound.
Yeah.
Unicorn is a big sound in Florida. So I start doing my little artist thing, you know. I'm going little places. I get a lot of college tours. I was all over in different states, but I used to get a lot of college shows. I was on a lot of my songs used to be featured on a lot of little college charts, you know.
Yeah.
Number 1, number 3, number whatever on the college charts. So that's when we used to travel a lot doing college show. But
so what happened? What happened to you? What bring you to Florida then? What bring you come on reach this no, you know?
No, they did the artist thing now, and a family member of mine mentioned to me say, and that's family member of mine is his cousins, but not my cousin. His cousin on his mother's side. They just built a sound in Florida, and they was looking for some Selecta.
Okay.
Right.
And it was in South Florida? South Florida?
This is Roughneck. Yeah, this is Roughneck sound now.
Okay,
right?
Okay.
And they're looking for Selectors. And
Roughneck, did they are South, right? South.
Yeah, we did there more Miami.
Yeah.
We did there, South, yes.
South,
same thing.
yeah.
Not South, not down like Kendall and them part, but more like Miami. It was like Miami, like
okay.
Opalaka area, the little place there, you know? Yeah. So I say, yo, I'm gonna look for a selector. So, you know, I wasn't doing that much traveling with the artist thing too much. You know, the song when we didn't have on the sick rhythm and disease is kind of cool down now.
Yeah.
Local people stop vice dub. So it's like me, you know, where should I just keep up my energy with the artist thing and vice more song and write more song?
Yeah.
Immediately I start fall back in love with selecting.
Okay.
So when that family member of mine tell me, say, yo, they might look a select up on the sound and they heard of me and they want to meet me. So I was like, okay, then make it happen.
Mighty.
I can't forget. I went to Florida January the 1st, 1995. I couldn't forget the day.
95, you know. Dancehall, hotter Florida, you know.
Yes, man.
So, my La Reserve time that too. So me remember them time they clearly, them time they were at the road,
1995.
Yes, 95, yeah, man. Dancehall was a mighty thing, the Mahai Temple and all these things.
Yes, man. It's a feature sound back then. Wow. Just come off Florida. Let me name even one somebody back then we make a transition to Florida. Super Twitch.
Yeah, but Twitch.
But back in them days when Twitch left. But Twitch leave Africa like I think in the late 90s too. It wasn't as early as when me leave. Twitch leave like in the late 90s, early 2000s. But Florida him go.
Yeah, they came in a little bit later. Like
yes.
Matter and all of them came in after they built their name in New York. Yeah.
Exactly.
They were already established in New York, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's when me they kinda get a little territorial when me start say yo, I want them like me say Matter and I come in and I say, hold on, they have to go take me on car.
You know, say you did that with me too. You did that with me.
I say, hold on, I wanna do.
You did that with me too. Because remember one time, every time you see me, you talk, I'll be a war talk.
Yeah, man, man. I say, hold on, man, I wanna do. And they never hear.
Because the transition that I made to Florida, I built fast because, the sound, the people that when they're on them serious about the sound, so we start cutting dub plate immediately. Like
that tell me you're about to know with like when they never ramp with the dub thing, baba.
The fan them see me and them rate me. Them say, yo, are you ready to do this?
Yeah.
And now me I look on it now. This is when confusion did that kill me. I was like nervous, like what to do, because I still want to be an artist, but I want to be a selector. I want to be an artist, I want to be a selector. But when the dupes that were there around me at the time, them say, yo, right now, and I saw when I say now, if you're ready for the sound, you say the word, I said the word, and bridging in months. Yeah. We had so much dubs. Then that's when we start messing around with Clinton Hill show that Thursday night. You remember I know you remember that.
Yeah, man, the laugh.
That's like when you feature upon Clinton Hill and you bring it.
Yeah, big
once
thing.
you bring it, it's like all of South Florida. No, even though it was so funny. Clinton Hill show was from like 12 to like 4 or 5 in the morning. And when I tell you, it was the biggest thing, like when you made it on Clinton Hill show, it's like the whole Florida.
A reggae land, that man. Here. That a reggae land. That coming like like a Disney world.
And we used to kind of compete with each other because it was like who have the most dubs now. Because no, me start here, Waggy T. Me start here, Kirky see them now. Me start here like the rest of the sound them. So it's like who can last with dub plate straight back to La Man.
Like how you start talk about dub plate, right? Mm-hmm. What is your most memorable dub plate moment? Like when you
Roughneck,
or just overall, like when you were in a studio with an artist and it just blow your mind that this actually happening. What comes to mind?
It happened more than once. It happened quite a few times when I was around a couple of artists, man.
The first one come to your head right now?
The first one come to me head, it was when I just started voicing dub for Roughneck.
Okay.
And the first set of dubs that I voiced, I can't forget. I had Major Mackerel.
Yeah.
I had John Wayne. Angela.
Man.
Police on me. And when I say I was in the studio with John Wayne and them time there, I could not let go my artist thing. I was voicing dubs too.
Yeah, scene.
I was voicing dub of myself for Roughneck too, and people was in the studio voicing me too.
Yeah. Mad.
So it was just like, it was weird, but I was loving the weirdness.
Yeah, you're loving it. Cause you just love music. He's a music baby, man. You love music. Man. So whatever way you can get involved. If I'm mixing it down, if a studio work, he's just a man who just love music, Bridget. No shame no in that game, Bridget.
You're Bridget. That day I was around Major Mackerel and Tiny. Major Mackerel, heavy, brother.
See.
Major Mackerel, I was around. Simple Simon, though, you say, Hang down your head, sound boy. Hang down your head and cry. You know what I said?
Yeah, man.
It was Major Mackerel, Simple Simon, John Wayne, and who else did I voice that day? Um, I forgot. Who else did I voice that day? I forgot. But those were the three anchor person. That was when I start.
Danger Marcus we talk with the people. I don't want to no forget who I talk
Roughneck
with.
Soul. We start from Roughneck Soul, Florida.
Yeah.
Marcus Dan, artist name Marcus
Dandy. So your selected name was Marcus Dandy before Danger Marcus?
No. Actually, my selected name was just. I never really confused it, We just selected name back then was just Marcus.
Just straight Marcus. Okay.
Just straight Marcus.
Okay.
Because I always separate the artist from the selector. Me don't know why, but I just chose to do that back then.
I think that's I don't know if it's natural, but I tried to do the same thing with Lita. Do the same thing with Lita Farai, where it's a separation. Man. I don't know if it made sense or if it don't make sense. I don't know, but that's what I did.
To me, it makes sense because it was a comfort to myself.
Yeah.
The way I did it was a comfort to myself. That's how I felt. So when I'm in Florida, I was addressed as just Marcus, the straight Marcus.
Yeah.
Upon all of the dub, them is just Marcus. I don't want nobody call me Marcus Dandy upon the dub, them just Marcus.
Because that's a selected name.
Separate.
Yes.
I think the only artist will address me as Marcus Dandy was one time I did a voice I dub with, I think it was Everton Blender.
Okay.
And him addressed me as Marcus Dandy in the dub, and from that me say, all right, I don't want no Marcus Dandy in the dub, just Marcus, because my artist life was still fresh because I was still voicing dubs.
Yeah.
I was still voicing dubs. As a matter of fact, I was still voicing songs because my manager will link me up and be like, oh, the rhythm and ray, blah, blah, blah. Vice, panita, my voice. I will say, all right, boom. Go into the studio and go voice it and still have music I play.
Mad.
And this is why playing the song.
Scene. So coming through the years now, right? What is your most memorable dance experience where you can think of, like, through the years?
In Florida?
Yeah, in Florida. Yeah. Oh, like what come to mind as a memorable dance moment where you can say, yes, me make it. This me's a selector. Me's a bad selector.
Immediately when I went down there, I was noticed by the crew, the Roughneck crew, the Father Jim, rest in peace. Father John Golden, and we have Bridget Marvin, and we have, Jaddy, a couple of I was just in the clique, and I felt like a family right away. So it's like the movement start immediately. So they start basically them just start do for them work as management team. And I didn't even move to Florida yet. I was back and forth. There are times when management will like book a dance, and it would be like a last minute dance, like it would be like on the Monday, I'm on the car and be like, I'm gonna need it so by Friday, I know it's back in them time, if you just buy a last minute ticket, it's expensive, like some bad $1,500, $2,000 for a round trip ticket. I'm gonna say, not tell me. And say, just say the word, you're forward. I'm like, I'm available.
Yeah, make a move.
The man just buy the ticket and I make a move and we come at the dance them, and I work myself up where at them time, Florida was very competitive, man.
Yeah, very.
It was very y'all. Let me see. Let me use the word y'all. Chiefly, y'all was very competitive.
Yeah,
man,
I don't think people realize the caliber of selectors that really was in South Florida, and that's part of the reason that I want to bring forward this kind of program for we to be able to can talk a little bit out of the South Florida. Most of the people that I speak with so far is the selectors out of South Florida, and shining the light on them, because enough work, enough investment put in the region of the South Florida in the whole sound system fraternity. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So it was a battlefield, and we know that.
Back then, let me start name out some name who make it. I'm proud of them, but they didn't exist in them time there. Back then, Innocent not even did. Not even did billion. Because Dapali was on. What the sound the name with what the sound the name with What the sound? You know this? You know the song with Dapali did that,
yeah,
man?
I can't remember though. Lord have mercy. But I remember Dapali from so long ago. Man, I've talked to him too.
Even Dapali did a picnic at the time.
Yeah,
Dapali,
man.
I'm older than Dapali.
Yeah, he was younger than us. I
think Dapali, when I met Dapali, I think Dapali was probably 15, 16, something like that. When I met Dapali did young, but Dapali did bad.
Yeah.
Dapali did bad.
I think,
what is sound here, man? With Burrow. What is sound here with Burrow, man? Crystal.
Yeah, man. I've talked to Crystal them too. Yeah,
yes. So them time there, back then, me have to face the challenge with King Waggy. And Waggy now let the gate open if you don't fit in a fit them league, then I let the gate open for you for roll in. So you have to find out if I go out part of Waggy. You know, I have Roadblock.
Daddy Al, yeah.
Daddy Al, you have in a Footlander deal you used to have a song like Aftershock. Remember back in the days one song used to fashion
iPod. And them did have the school scene lock in a Fort Lauderdale. I think they were like the sound of Fort Lauderdale. It wasn't really a clash thing for them, but Daddy Hands and them thing them step over into the promoting thing, like mostly promoting. They're promoters now, so yeah. Yes. And
remember,
go ahead.
Remember Aftershock with all Owie and them and and then I ran into Roadblock now, and I run into like Torture now when I first met Radio Force with Chip Lee and
Craig on the wall.
And Craig and them Monday, and every time I run into Chip Lee's talking war. Every time.
Rhythm Force at them time.
Every time Chip Lee attack war.
They used to call me the Pitbull, man. Everton say I was his Pitbull, you know.
Bridget, I can't forget the first time I encounter a dance with you guys. Was in when we used to have every Friday night.
La Reserve, every
La Reserve,
and then we'd have Vibes House with Elite.
It's Vibes House
over Palmetto. Yeah.
Palmetto. Palmetto over like 12 Avenue.
So Ram every Friday.
Every Friday. I remember them time I come over this, and them time there, it's like dub plate was very, very, very effective and important. It doesn't matter if a war dub, it doesn't matter if a juggling dub, as long as you have dub, you stand out in Florida.
But let me tell you something about Rhythm Force though. Let me tell you about Rhythm Force though. You know, Rhythm Force, when I got it, I'm not talking about when C-Roy and Rick had it, because when me and Craig get it, you know, we never get it where we had the luxury of being able to get any dub or get the dub them like how C-Roy and Rick would get them. We were really like predecessors. They would have said like we inherited those dubs, but we were just doing some 1 and 2s, 1 and 2 and some like here and there dubs. We weren't cutting like how they were cutting back in those days. But what that forced us to do is to be very, very creative, and we developed some styles where we would get some of the most enormous, what them call forward, offer some very simple things, even outside of dub plates, because we learned to use 45 so effectively, where and big speech and excitement, you know, showmanship and certain things where people were like, my God, man, what them getting out of a 45, even if you come with a whole dub plate feel, you can't get what them are get out of. You know, one of the time then when I started to realize how effective this thing is, we were playing bass with Bass Odyssey was the headliner at Casablanca, And I was playing at the dance too. I was playing at the show too. And I said to Squinchy, I said, boy, take your time for me tonight, man. And him say, you take your time for me. So that is when we start realize, say, yo, this thing, you know, people taking it serious. And it's the I feel like the less made us more. Because our mouth used to water at sounds like y'all sound. Like as far as how Uno get dub plate. The way Uno got dub plate, we were friend sounds with Earth Ruler, you know? And the way Earth Ruler you them get dub, and the way Rhythm Force used to get dub, we was like, oh my God, if we had access to our resources to get the dubs like how Earth Ruler got dubs, you know, we would be out of this world. But that's the only way that Rhythm Force would lose clashes, is that people knew that, you know, that we didn't have the dub them, so them would run without a tune. Because you get past that big forward with we, or those big forward with we. Then you know say you have them now, you know what I mean? And shout out to the Rhythm Force crew right now. I don't want to get off course, you know, but shout out to the Rhythm Force crew now, because you can't do that Rhythm Force again. You can't. You're not gonna just run them out of tune like that again, because they know.
But I couldn't do it. I mean, the time when I knew you.
Yeah.
The time when I knew you.
Yeah.
Even though you tell me something that I didn't know,
because of how confident we are step, Marcus.
No, but eventually you had the box.
Yeah,
you had songs. You had songs. Yeah. I think you probably went over that threshold at the time when I know you.
Okay.
Because how we used to talk shit with to each other. We wasn't just talking trash. Excuse my language on the radio. We wasn't talking trash just for bragging rights. We was talking trash because we had songs to prove it, you know, and because you had your material to prove it, and I had mine at the time. I had material to prove when me can't talk. Me used to back me talk because me have sung. And you used to back your talk because you have sung. But even though we talk it, there are times within a dance where, you know, we really want to exercise our creativity with those, but then the dance will turn out into something where we have to show our creativity with just songs, because it depends on what crowd was there. You know, we really have to please the crowd. Because I remember dance when me and you book up already, and we are talk trash, and we both have to just narrow down to the choices where we see the crowd, where we see that we have to entertain the crowd. We have to entertain the crowd. Yeah. Exactly. And you know, you do your thing, you do my thing, you know. And
I'll tell you the truth. The truth is that a lot of the times when it turned into like this real hardcore war thing, is only really sound man interested, because the masses of the crowd, like all the ladies them leave, you know what I mean, and it turned out some of the clash them when we lose in South Florida is that it boiled down to where the masses of the crowd already gone. So them is like, you know what I mean, it left down to what the sound man them decide who is the winner then, you know what I mean. Okay, so based off of this now, what you would say is your toughest clash, where you can remember, say that clash that teach me so much, where this was like
the toughest clash was one time it was Roughneck Crystals, Poison Dart.
Wow, a big episode.
Poison Dart, and then
Poison Dart. Oh gosh,
I was able to beat Crystals. I was able to beat Crystals, and when it comes up to the Poison Dart part, you know, they will start calling truce, because it wasn't supposed to be a clash. It was supposed to be a juggling.
Let me tell you something. You see, when it comes to Poison Dart, don't trust them in and about you ever juggle. Because them do me that already too.
Yo, but I was able to wiggle myself out of the situation, because when we beat Crystals, Poison Dart was like Marcus, you know, anything else say for war. Not war. So I was able to like wiggle myself out of that, because I was listening to what they was cutting, and at the time, I'm gonna say it on the live here, I fear Poison Dart box.
Yeah, them box heavy bad man.
Yo, let me tell you how much Poison Dart used to cut. I used to be sitting down by with Ivan, You know, cause when I got Ivan, I'm gonna make you try the tamarind juice and
See,
and
see,
the,
see.
and the
See.
Ivan make juice, Newton Square juice.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have to sit down there, you have to try it. You have to try the tamarind, I have to try
Yeah,
this
yeah,
the
yeah.
watermelon, I have to try the what I juice, the juice them.
Yeah, yeah.
So you get to hold a conversation while he's cutting. And sometimes when you go there, you have to wait until him finish do what I do. And majority of the time I go there, I isn't that dub them a cut. Cause courtesy would like send the that tape con give through the mail and him cut the dub them and send it back. And majority of this song them was sit up a year. I was like, oh
Oh my
God.
God.
So I was scared of pricing that back. So I didn't want that war tonight. So I wiggle myself out.
We're running out of time. We'll probably have to go have a second part of this because
Yeah,
there's
because
so much layers, and that is what I want people to understand. Because even in 1 hour we can't reach.
and me just get the Florida part of me never get the Atlanta part yet.
We have to do that again, you know.
All right, part few. So people, we have to continue this interview on a part few because everything when me get just between New York and Florida, and
But
that
that's
was like,
wonderful. Come and
yeah.
speak to some other Jenko people too as well, right? And their story reach up to a point, and that is exactly what we want to create on this program. Is the forum to make people see the journey and understand the investment to a point. That how much of a journey that you have invested as a sound man.
You can follow me on my social media network, which everything is just at Danger Marcus. Instagram, Danger Marcus, TikTok, Danger Marcus, Facebook, Danger Marcus.